I see why Kelvin didn't get last hit. He getting dropped out here. Like, what the fuck?
Yo, you on some fucking next level ass shit, bro, for no fucking reason.
I'm killing Peach. Hey, I'm killing Peach.
Wow.
I'm killing the fuck out of him.
I'm killing Peach. I'm marrying Daisy. I'm killing Peach. I'm fucking her.
That nigga come. Oh, he's on. He's on.
I'm dead, bro. I'm dead.
Oh shit. Yo!
People like Thanos because they changed how. I blame Marvel for changing the movies, changing how Thanos actually was. Because they try to make it seem like he was doing something real bad, but for the greater good, and the case. That nigga wanted the rings because he wanted Death to love him. And that's what he did it for. He wanted Death's pussy, and that's basically why he was doing that shit in the first place. Ain't no right.
And he was mad that Deadpool hit before he did.
Right.
But the thing about it, like to the general public, you can't really sell that because they look at it like this shit's stupid as fuck.
But comic books are stupid. Like that's just the name.
Yeah, that's what I said. I was just about to say that. Comic books are stupid, man.
I understand that part, but like if you're trying to sell something and then like you want something to be like the big bad, like you've been forming up for years, like who the fuck is that purple guy sitting in the fucking chair? Like, you know, like and then like, oh, he won't do that bullshit? That's some weak ass shit. Like you gotta sell it. Like that's the best way to do it.
I mean, I feel like you could have sold that though, the original story. You know how?
You could.
Because if Broly from Dragon Ball Z could get sold and everybody loves that, so the reason why he's evil and stupid as fuck. Like you mad at this nigga because he was a baby crying, doing what fucking babies do, and you hate this nigga and want to kill him. But that's your whole driving force.
But that right there with the whole Mr. Steph thing, like you go into a whole different ball field right there because like you just introduced like fucking Captain America. This man was in like frozen in time. Then you got a man walking around with a fucking nuclear weapon in his fucking chest. Then you got some Asgardian guard, and then you got some freaking green guy with daggone gamma rays and shit. And he prints a big green monster. And then you want to talk about supernatural shit. You gonna get people lost. Like it stays.
I feel like you're just. I feel like they.
I don't feel like you're getting lost. Like, bro, I just want some pussy from this one chick.
I can't do it. Public, a movie, and it is what it is. Great storytelling. They'll follow it. So you can't sit there and say, well, I think it's disingenuous to basically say that they couldn't handle it. I think they could. I mean,
that's what it comes down. It's really fan service. But like I said, when you're trying to introduce like a new audience to these characters, they gonna get lost as fuck. Unless that person who's actually interested, and then they're gonna go into it. But no one's not gonna go out their way like, oh, okay,
if
cool.
the movie's good, if
the movie's good, niggas.
Yeah, they'll bypass all that because they're gonna be interested in what is.
I mean, because honestly,
go from there.
Because honestly,
it's like Lord of the Rings, you know.
I mean, yeah, Lord of the Rings, but the Lord of the Rings, see, there were 3 books and they were actually supposed to be this long. But you got.
But I'm saying they basically just
that's so big and fast that has so much lore to it. Like that shit.
I read the Lord of the Rings. I would say this. I actually hate the movies. I read the book because the movies sucked and the books were a whole lot better. The movies fucking sucked. They were boring. I fell asleep on all 3 of them. They suck ass. But when I read the books, I'm like, well, I like the world. I like all of this. I just don't like the movies. And it was my dislike of the movie that I actually read the source material.
Because essentially, because what you're talking about, that's essentially what happened to the daggone DCU. That's essentially what happened to
the DCU messed up because they tried to emulate. Kept failing at it.
Yeah,
they didn't.
They were doing crash courses. They literally did crash courses every single movie.
Nah, I think one, they were just too long, and they were just one, they were too long. Two, they didn't they just it was just a lot of nonsense
Exactly.
that
That's
didn't need to happen. Oh, okay.
Like
So
that's what it really is. Because
the new Superman movie that just came out, that is what I was looking for all along.
And I hate Superman, and I love that movie. I hate Superman
Bro,
with a passion, but I love that movie.
that is a pure.
I like
you can get.
I like Justice League, right? I like just to go from that to getting the whole live action Superman, well, a bunch of different type of Supermans. It was just, so we had we had the ones that came out in I think it was 2000s, that I really didn't care too much because they just kept rehashing Superman over and over.
We're talking about Superman Returns. That movie was ass.
Yeah, I hated that. And then they did the whole.
Then you had the Bourne. Then you had the Bourne
Batman
that came out in the '70s. Ones with Christopher Reeve. Them shits was boring.
Yeah,
as
I'll leave that alone. That was back in the day. I can't really say for that because times change. And then you had the what was it? You had the Batman and Superman movie on what's his name? Damn, what's the guy from The Witcher? Not the new one, the old one.
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, you had
Henry Cavill.
Yeah, you got him as a. Okay, you like.
His movie was hard because the dude that played General Zod, that fucking movie. That movie was hard as fuck.
Yeah, but I don't know what it is, but the color scheme, the whole color scheme it was just dark and gray. It was just gloomy.
That's the Zack Snyder thing. Like something about
yeah.
Zack Snyder is a visual art director. He's not good at telling stories. He's good at making fucking flashy shit. Like, it's like the same conception of watching a Michael Bay movie. When we see a Michael Bay movie, all you can see is fucking explosions.
Explosion and just action.
Facts.
Yeah, if I go to a Michael Bay film, I know what I'm getting, and you know what you're getting. But yeah, no, he took on too much because even visually, I really didn't care too much for it. Like, I'm just like, like that's not what that universe is about, you know. They did the same thing with Flash and Cyborg, and it's just like, bro, it's just gross looking, honestly.
And the sad thing about it, I'm more of a DC fan than Marvel fan. That's the sad thing about it.
I like the cartoon movies. I like the Superman.
Bro, cartoon.
Yeah, the DC cartoon movies, man, them shits go insane. The DC cartoon movies go insane.
Bro, the last one or the last couple ones where it was where they reset the universe, that was crazy.
That's what I hate about DC. That's what pisses me off. DC retcons their universe all the fucking time. I can't stand it.
Oh, so but they didn't retcon it this time. They just pretty much like
like in the comics, they retcon the comics universe. They retcon it all the fucking time, and I can't stand it. I think they retcon the universe about 3 times in the comics. That shit's annoying as fuck.
Yeah.
But that's the thing about DC. The thing about DC, everyone in DC universe are essentially gods compared to freaking Marvel. And there's one thing that Marvel's does good, and then DC does good. Marvel does good at making shit connect. DC is good at fucking multiversal shit. Like multiversal events, like everyone will crowd around and read the fuck number over that shit. Like that one, like what is it? Absolute, like the absolute fucking universe. Everyone is.
Yep, absolute. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're welcome. But the new Superman movie, they freaking killed it because one, they didn't rehash.
It made it relatable.
Already been said, 1,000 freaking times. Like, okay, cool. Like we get it. He's Superman. Like, give me another story, please. And
that's what I liked about it. I think the best thing they did was like, fuck the origin story. I've seen that so many times. Let's just start it off right in the middle, right where the good stuff is good, and they just pushed with that. And I thought that was an amazing thing to do.
Yeah, they basically just threw us in to stuff that was already happening, and I much prefer that than what they kept trying to do. I'm like, it's just boring. Like it's just. And what else they do? They also introduce other characters as well, without too much. They just introduce them. There was no really backstory to it. No, they just say, hey, here's some more character. Bam.
but that movie is a peer-to-peer access Superman accurate freaking comic book representation of Superman. Like even Lex Luthor was a pure.
He was a jack. He was an asshole.
Yeah, that when I watched that movie, like they fucking nailed Lex. That's the Lex Luthor right there. That Jesse Eisenberg shit, the Facebook fucking
they dropped the ball with that one.
The man was a dork.
But no, he would play a good Joker though. I think he could play a good Joker or Riddler. He play a good. Joker.
So
I want.
From what I understand, he originally auditioned to play Jimmy Olsen, but then Zach cast him for Lex Luthor.
Damn.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Willem Dafoe. That's all I want to see.
Yeah, I'll give you that one. He would make a really great Joker.
Honestly,
I was at that for years.
Spider-Man. You seen it in the last Spider-Man. I killed Mary Jane, Peter. What you okay? That boy saw a head button, like start laughing, like that's.
Hey, no. He what Spider-Man with the Green Goblin? He was like, hey, you found. He's like, you felt it because Spider-Man felt that change. he felt them change to Green Goblin.
But
So what the fuck?
hey, honestly and truly though, you know who I would love to see play Lex Luthor? This is just a guilty pleasure of mine.
Ooh.
Fucking Denzel.
Denzel who?
Yeah.
Washington. You
No.
talking about Washington?
You
Lex
tripping.
Luthor?
Nigga,
Lex Luthor?
Yeah.
listen, bro.
Okay, you get okay.
All you doing is I
me
get it.
why.
I get it. I get it. Cause I know those. I get what you're saying. Like the monologue scenes with him as Lex Luthor gonna go crazy. They're gonna go
But I
fucking
know
crazy.
that could never happen for a bunch of reasons, but
Yeah, it's never gonna happen,
Don't get them
bro.
started. Don't get them started.
Yeah,
They be like,
don't get them
"He
boys
can't-
started.
He can't
because
play that.
there's
He's no-"
already
Yeah, nah.
because there's already a lot of talk. Like a lot of people wanted him to play Magneto at one point.
Mm.
Denzel,
Oh yeah.
Huh?
but
Again?
of course, again, that wouldn't work for numerous reasons. But
Who
yeah,
would play his counterpart?
I mean, when they had Jamie, I remember there was an uproar when Jamie played Electro because everybody's like, well, how the fuck could he play Electro? That's Red Skull's son. So,
I didn't know that.
oh yeah, Electro is father's Red Skull.
Holy
Mhm.
shit!
Yep.
I think Denzel would be
I
better.
wonder. I wonder if in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, or in like later installments in the MCU, they're gonna talk about Peter's parents because you know they're gonna have to address that Peter's parents might have worked for Shield at one
Oh,
point.
That means they would have to reintroduce Shield, and they kind of. I think they kind of retcon. I think they kind of retcon that too because that was technically a part of the universe, but they kind of. Well,
yeah, wasn't that part of Amazing Spider-Man? Wasn't his parents like working for like, or maybe not? Maybe they were just working for Oscorp. They wasn't working for Shield.
No, 'cause
All,
it's
I
not-
think
yeah.
I think they were agents, like government agents. But I think they made it canon in the comics that his parents were like secret agents.
Mm.
But it would mesh well in the MCU to say like, you know, they might have worked for Shield and they might have been some of the people who were killed via, you know, the Winter Soldier or whoever the hell.
Mm.
I mean, there's so much shit the MCU can do, but they're just not utilizing it.
I have two.
They could just leave that alone because there's no reason. I mean, yeah, you make a connection, but at the end of the day, I feel like that's just kind of forced storytelling. When before you didn't have all that.
My issue with the MCU right now is, and everybody's using like the multiverse comic books to kind of justify it, and it pisses me off. My deal right now with the MCU that I don't like is recasting Robert Downey Jr. as fucking Doctor Doom. That shit pisses me the fuck off. I don't give a fuck what anybody says.
I don't think they recast. I don't think they recasted him.
It's just like a.
I think they're trying to say like he's an alternate version of Stark, or an alternate version of Iron Man that became Doctor Doom or something like that.
Yeah, but I didn't want that. I want the Victor Von Doom. I don't want no alternate version, multi Doctor Doom. I want the real Victor Von Doom.
Yeah.
That's what I want.
Well,
It's like introduce that later on. Yeah, introduce it. I think that was some bull. Yeah, and I think that's just some bullshit that they just recasted him. I think that was lazy. And got him.
Yeah, they're trying to get butts in seats. That's why they're bringing back. That's why they're bringing back Steve Rogers.
Right. Basically, that's why I'm like,
they had no choice though, because look what happened.
Honestly,
because of the whole Jonathan Majors thing, they kind of had to, gear. Okay, cool. We can't really keep this guy because of this thing going on, so they had to.
But I get that completely, because I thought the Kang Dynasty would have been great. I get that, but it's like, come on, you going to use somebody that already played a hero universe and play now? He's gonna play as a completely different character. Like, come on, guys, come on, man.
I mean, one thing I will say, the MCU, they know how to course correct if they have to, so they could still probably bring Jonathan Majors back as Kang in like a future installment down the road.
Oh, he
now that like the dust is settled.
Yeah, they definitely will, because I think one of his characters, or one of the original Kang, I think escaped or something like that. Have to or something like that. And then you just I think that's what it's gonna do.
But honestly and truly, this is my opinion. In an ideal world where money and shareholders aren't a factor, I feel like they should have just stopped it at Endgame and maybe taken a year or two off to reassess and figure out where the MCU is going to go going forward.
I agree.
I agree with that. Yeah,
I agree.
I completely agree with that. Definitely should have done that.
I feel like they should have taken a break for at least a couple years, and Kevin Feige should have been like, "All right, y'all, we'll see you guys back in a couple years in January, and we'll start storyboarding where the MCU is going to go forward." And because it's like
it wasn't a bad idea though. What they did, it wasn't a bad idea. There was experiment. Disney Plus was a new thing over there, so they wanted to get a lot of things out. It wasn't a bad.
No, they had no. It wasn't. You can tell it wasn't planned out like the other movies.
But here's my thing. Like, say in regard to like the X-Men, like they're just finna shoehorn them in with the next Avengers movie. My thing is, y'all could have just taken the time and done it right. I mean, you guys are already playing fast and loose with certain canon, so y'all could have made a scenario where when half the universe was snapped back into existence, some of those people that were snapped back came back with abilities that they didn't have before, and that can kind of bleed into the X-Men. Like in the comics, they were children of the Atom, they could be children of the Gauntlet, you know?
That'd been cool.
Yeah.
My thing is this.
You need to tell Disney to hire you as a writer, dog.
Yeah.
Honestly, anything would have been better than that, would have been better than what they gave us, because, I mean, really, you got people that just came back, and ever since then, it's just been kind of like, it's just been kind of like, not like a downward spiral, they've just been floating around trying to get different ideas, and you can tell.
And here's another thing, and I'm gonna be quiet after this last little tidbit. I feel like Kevin Feige should have dug in hard once they started acquiring Fox. Like the moment Kevin Feige knew that this acquisition of Fox was going to go through, he should have started planting small little seeds across the MCU. Like nothing to the point where they could be copyrighted, because they probably couldn't say the names at the time, but they could have planted little seeds here and there that kind of would lead into the X-Men or to future comic book movies further down the road. Like the moment they knew they were getting Fox, they should have started planting those seeds, even if they couldn't use them right away.
Yo, because the people that was doing the movies, the people at Fox are just fucking dumb, bro. It's like I don't know what their obsession with fucking Jean Grey and her being born with the Phoenix or whatever, and not making Phoenix a separate alien entity, and they just did not want to do that. Of their ex was born with this shit, or she had the power, and that shit used to piss me off. I'm like, dude,
it's the same reason why they couldn't just do Doctor Doom out of the blue, because the Phoenix Force and Doctor Doom, it would require a lot of explaining, because Doctor Doom, he's like he has his own country and he knows magic and all that stuff. That's a lot of shit to explain away, even in the current state of the MCU. That's why they're trying to retcon it to where Doctor Doom may or may not be an alternate version of Iron Man.
Right, but they should have been introduced in the movies, like just little by little, like from Civil War to even the Doctor Strange movies, because we already know Doctor Doom was supposed to be Sorcerer Supreme before Doctor Strange became Sorcerer Supreme. So he could have been in those movies, just like not even like an actual like just like a little teaser or a hint of him just existing throughout the movies. They should have did that.
And that leads to what I was, and that kind of piggybacks off what I was saying earlier, how they, even though they couldn't use certain names, they could have planted seeds, like say, for example, back in Avengers Age of Ultron, when they were in Sokovia, they didn't have to drop Doctor Doom's name, but they could have at least alluded to him.
Right.
Even if it didn't go anywhere.
They could have did the same thing like they did with Spider-Man when they did the whole next deal with Tony. I don't understand why they couldn't do that. Like,
and they could, and you know what? I was saying, you know what? They could have threw it in the after credits. Like, yo, just like a quick, like 2-second of just like people mentioning him or knowing that he exists. And that would have been great. That would have been great. Because then, like at this time now, people would know, like, okay, this nigga, after teasing him in so many movies or whatever, he's finally here.
I mean, you could argue that they didn't want to tease it if they knew they couldn't
secure the deal.
I'm trying to find the word. Yeah. They didn't want to tease anything if they knew they couldn't, bring it to the table.
I mean, but I mean, again, they could have did like the whole Spider-Man thing, like, hey, we'll do it point blah blah, and then bam, you got Doctor Doom in the MCU.
Yeah.
Because honestly, I think that's kind of what's messing up the MCU, or what was kind of messing up the MCU in the sense of they have so many characters that at the end of the day, they no mention of the X-Men or Inhuman. It's just like, oh, you just got one set and that's all we're using. Like, dang,
And it's crazy because the MCU used to be so woundly tight when it was first getting off the ground. Like, I was seeing characters in Captain America: Winter Soldier that I'm just now realizing were in the first Thor movie. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Good writing.
Like bald-headed dude with the glasses. He was in first Thor.
One of my biggest shocks MCU did, and I like to say, like, I talked to my other friends about this, but I think one of the biggest shocks MCU did for me was the first Black Panther movie making Killmonger the enemy, his first enemy. And like, if you read the comics, Killmonger is literally on one issue. That's it. He has one issue on the comic, and that's it. And like, he had more backstory and character development in that movie. No, but it surprised the hell out of me that they chose him as the enemy.
Hey, but you know what they did well? They made him a great villain.
They did.
Great villain.
They made him a great villain. Like, he's way better on the movie than he is on the comic book.
That's an anti-villain.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, like, cause what he was saying, I mean, hey, it made sense. You're like, hey, you have all the why don't you help him? Because of this, because of that.
They even fleshed out the Jabari tribe, the literal fucking 8 people.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
I'm like,
and I was
good shit.
Praise Ryan
I was-
Coogler. Praise
Yeah, I was
Ryan.
like, God. I was like, yeah, Ryan Coogler for the win.
Yeah,
I was like, God damn. I'm like, because I grew up on those comics, and I was like, damn, they did so good on this movie, like, bro. I was like, the only thing I would say is, the only thing I said was, unfortunately, was his tragic passing, Chadwick Boseman tragic passing or whatever.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
No.
Yeah.
His favorite movie, my favorite movie with Chadwick Boseman, James. That movie is one of the best movies I've ever seen, and the best biopics I've ever seen. The fact that he learned how to sing like James Brown. He's done all the dancing, all the singing, all the songs is not lip sync at all through that whole movie. He does all that by himself.
It's like Jamie Foxx when he did Ray Charles.
Well,
Yeah. And he ensured his family's gonna eat for the foreseeable future because he ain't tell nobody shit.
well,
Because I guarantee you, if Kevin Feige and Marvel knew about Chadwick's condition beforehand, they would have made a big announcement about him being recast or he's stepping down from the role before he passed away.
right.
They knew about it.
They
Yeah.
did know about
Another,
Yeah, Kevin said that they knew about it, but they just want him to play the role because he was good for the role.
yeah, well, he was
Okay.
he was saying that he was like, well, Chadwick was saying to them that
Future
he was even
installments.
he was saying to them and his wife that he was recovering, and according to like the doctors or whatever, he was actually recovering and doing well at one point, and then it just all went to shit.
Uh-huh.
Man, Breed.
But-
Doing that.
Yeah.
Because when he did when he did that black box, whatever, that was like there was no time covering, and he was like doing well. He was getting his weight back and stuff like that. But then it just all went bad, just like that. Outside of the MCU, I just like to throw this in there. Hey, Star Wars is doing their goddamn thing, because that Darth Maul show was a 10 out of fucking 10. That show was fucking amazing. If y'all haven't seen the Darth, if y'all have,
so damn hard.
But see, that's
Yeah.
the issue with Star Wars, because you can have a good show, but you can't do well with the movies. The movies are trash.
The reason
They're
why
not trash. They're just
No, they
all
are
over.
trash.
They're all
No,
they're all over the place.
Oh,
They're way all over the place.
And
Like,
y'all know Star Wars is gonna turn 50 next year.
Nah. So
Yeah.
the reason why the movie's trash because of fucking Kathleen Kennedy. That's why they kicked her out.
yeah.
Yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. Yeah.
I mean, and like, here's the thing about the Star Wars movies: they weren't bad until like really like the last one. I think really it out of the new trilogy. I think the last one really bad because like all the
Oh, the last one
stories,
was terrible.
yeah, because all the stories and new storylines that were created in the second one just never existed in the third one. Like even all the way to Finn's like love interest he had in the second one. The third one they act like they just met for the first time. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck?
So the reason why Star Wars is at a peak right now is because of Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is the one.
Yeah. Dave
Wars-
Filoni is killing it, bro. He's killing it.
They put him in because he was trying to say this for years. Like, let me do it in that bitch been saying like, no, we gonna make a Skywalker movie, a Skywalker movie.
Cause not what they did with that. Oh, go ahead.
No. I was just saying what you were saying. Like they're just milking the shit.
But
But
just what they did with Kylo Ren, like they made him.
yeah.
They made him like he was presented as the next best thing to Darth Vader, and then they just made him to a whiny little kid at the end of the day. I'm just like, bro, come on. Like we get it.
No,
Anakin was the same way. He cried. I get that, but the way they went about it, I'm like, come on, like.
But Anakin had reasons, and I never understood the hate. Actual reasons.
That part. Yeah.
Like niggas was getting mad because this man was mad and crying because the Sand people took his mom and had his mom. Like nigga, wouldn't you be mad too when she died? He was like his whole dream was to come back and see her, which in hindsight, parents when they take you away from your parents is almost near impossible. At that, most of the time, Jedi's will wipe your mind, or they would kill your family once they take you away,
I know more than me.
because they don't want any attachments, and like attachments to your family could lead you to the dark
Yep.
side. So most times when they take force sensitive children, they kill
They're
the
blank
parents.
slate.
They get blank slated, or they kill their parents.
True.
All I know is Lucasfilm needs to get their shit together because y'all know
I
Star
agree.
Wars turns 50 next year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I need something. I need something grand. I need something better. Cause mind you, and I'm going off the very like that scene where Kylo Ren gets off of the ship, and he like it's the first time you see him. He does a little choke thing, and he does it. He does it well. He's over there just boom, 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 and the next thing you know, he's just struggling into fight and all. I'm like, bro, come on! Like he was supposed to be this badass character.
Oh,
Was
God.
the
And they-
open
and-
sandbox world. There were way too many possibilities
they-
for them to go into. Man,
Nah, they turned into a
Right.
Hulk. That's what they did.
they
Because they killed they made the Hulk a little punk in the MCU against Thanos. You're like, what? No, that's not. Come on, you doing too much
Actually,
against.
Actually, I actually really like that part where he got his ass kicked by Thanos because they wanted to establish early on that Thanos is not one to be fucked with.
Yeah.
Yes, but he needed.
It still is the
I
Hulk.
get that.
not
I get-
so much-
Let's just
it's not
let's
so
just
much-
talk about let's just well,
and it's not so much that Thanos is stronger than Hulk. It's just
Yeah.
Hulk was just mindlessly wailing, whereas Thanos he actually knows how to fucking fight, so he was able to counter his shit.
not to mention they just fought Thanos, completely did the whole Avengers without Adam saying to me how they beat him without him. Like he literally in the
Yeah.
combo, he's the fucking key of why they killed him the first time, anyways.
It's the simple fact, dude. It's
Marvel
the
can
fact that Thanos. It's the simple fact that Thanos, in the comic, he does not want to fight against the Hulk because he knows, hey, the Hulk only gets angrier. So there's no point in fighting against the Hulk. So like, that's what I think when they kind of just like I get why they did it, but at the same time, I love the Hulk. So like I love the character. I love everything about it, and they just kind of just nerfed my man.
Yeah, they did.
I mean, I get where you're coming from, but I feel like that was the one scenario where I'm like, you know what, I'll allow it.
Yeah, because it was like at that time they were kind of still introducing Thanos' might. So like, yeah, like it's like okay, let them have it. It's like Spider-Man. Everybody gets one. You get that one, but the next one, like it ain't happening like that. You know.
Yeah,
Everybody gets that nice introductory.
But not Hulk.
Yeah.
Come on. They had to do Hulk
And like I said, to be fair, Thanos, they weren't saying they weren't saying that Thanos was stronger than Hulk. He was just able to counter
it's
the Hulk.
Yeah, I get why they did it, but they just kept making the Hulk not want to fight against Thanos when in reality the Hulk loves fighting. Like him and the Thing go at it all the time just because like they know they can take each other's punches. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
What I want to know is, are they going to introduce the Asian Hulk?
Yellow Hulk.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Because
Don't look like a Simpson.
Isn't the Asian Hulk? I mean, it's the same color Hulk, but
Yeah,
now
green.
it's a different person. Yeah.
I'm being funny.
Oh, another thing that pissed me off. Talking about that, yo. Another thing that pissed me off.
Like bring in Steven Yeun.
How the fuck did they put one of the most powerful enemies in the whole universe and just make him shit? They put Shumagura and made him complete ass. Like, bro, this nigga's stronger than Dormammu. This nigga's like he's like one of the strongest enemies in MCU. He's like top of the list. And like they put him in a movie, in some shitty ass movie, and and that was it. That shit pissed me off. That shit pissed me off completely.
Yeah.
I mean, I was like, wow, how the fuck do y'all do like y'all strongest? Like, I was, the MCU has a thing like when their strongest villains come in, they come show out, and this nigga did not do it, and he's more powerful than Thanos and anybody. Like literally, like the top 3 most powerfulest niggas in MCU, and this nigga came out just garbage.
Oh, you talking about I mean, it's no different. Hold on, I was gonna say it's no different than them killing the guy that's supposed to be unkillable in the entire MCU universe.
Right. Yeah.
Like, how do you? Well, it wasn't the MC universe, but still, how do you kill a guy that's unkillable that can tank anything you throw at him? Make that make sense. That was so stupid. He was the only black guy in that movie. Or main character wise.
Wait, who you talking about? You talking about in X-Men?
Yeah, in X-Men. Yeah.
Oh, you talking about dude, what's the dude name? Fuck, I can't forget. I don't forgot his name. I
can't remember his name, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's like that. Like, they just dropped the ball on on whatever character they use. I'm like, like they took that man out back and just shot him essentially, because that would have been a better death than what he did.
Right. I mean, shit. They fucking they made Azazel a fucking mutant, nigga. He's an angel. He's not even in the plane that plane of existence. He's not a mutant. They made this nigga Azazel a damn mutant. That nigga's a fallen angel. What the?
Thank you for watching all the way through to the end of the video. We have more content for you all to explore, so please follow our other platforms at Real Gamers Speak on Spotify and Twitch.